Good morning, traders. Yes, I'm talking to you out there right now. Are you ready to get into the trading battle? Let's kick it off. Let's see what we can do today. See what money we can come up with. You guys know where you're at. Live trading with Benzinga.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas lore, that phrase.
I love to see you guys in the chat. That's what it's all about. And comments like this really make it for Ryan and I. It's some days, this is harder to do than others, but this is what it's all about. Norman bringing in the 2 mornings that I've watched, I've made money. Hey, at the end of the day, we can't guarantee that you make money, but if you can learn from our process, enjoy our commentary, and of course, make some money in the meantime, I think Ryan and I won't be too upset about that. Let's bring on Ryan Faloona here. How we doing, my friend?
We're doing all right after reading that comment. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. And it's good to see Gil in the chat. Trade the pool here for you guys, just like we are. I've talked about this in the past, and I think I want to continue stating it, guys. Whether it be Gil, Ryan, or I, we're here to help you guys get to success. So if you have questions on trading, strategy, on trade to pool, whatever it may be, a catalyst out in the market, we are here for you guys. Reach out to us, reach out to Gil in the chat, and I can always share Gil's email if you guys want to just reach out to him directly. Let's get after it. Teams like Jan, Carmen, Beach Bum, this is what it's all about. I love to see you guys in the chat. Let's get to the market. Let's take a look at what's going on right now. I will be watching today to see if I can get back into the green. I actually had a red day yesterday after a really good Monday, so ready to bounce back. Going to be taking a look at Tesla today. Going to be taking a look at some other trades to see if they can go red. I've been looking at Best Buy. Walmart is on my radar. I actually shorted Walmart on start swing trade for a swing trade to the downside, and that was based off Costco. I thought that they would get a disaster report and get hit. They didn't have really a disaster report, but they did get hit a little bit on those numbers. So now I'm looking to see if that leak comes into Walmart today out the open. We'll see what happens with that situation. Of course, you guys can keep an eye out on these stocks. We'll see what happens today.
Let me add something to
a lot
Costco.
of different outlooks. What do you got?
Let me add something to Costco before you move on here.
Yeah, of course.
I was actually, I love Costco, right? I talk about it all the time. It's my favorite store, the only brick and mortar store that I really go to regularly. I was going through the report. I did see something here that kind of piqued my curiosity. I copied it. Let me read it here for you. Our estimate for Q4 inflation is in the 1% to 2% range and is actually trended downward during the quarter. So hopefully these inflation trends continue. That was from Costco's report. Now, here's the thing. Costco did take a hit on the earnings report yesterday. I was saying in my happy hour program yesterday, I want people to literally slap me if I don't buy Costco for the long term when it really starts to trade down. I'm not trying to do it on day one, but I do think there might be a day trade opportunity here. All right. And I'm going to be looking at Costco today in Trade the Pool when we open.
Yeah, my thing is, I look a lot of the times at daily charts, right? And I like to go more off a daily chart than what I can see in the intraday charts. And so one thing I can clearly see is here, one attempt to get through 570s, right? Second attempt to get through 570s. Third attempt. So we could be coming back closer towards this support first. So I'm going to be looking for like 550s pullback. And then I can look to start seeing this come back through 560s. If I could see that, that would be the trigger for me. Right? Like always, you guys determine your trigger, but what can I see? I could see a pullback maybe coming back towards this support around the 550s. If that can hold and we turn back around, that's what I'd be looking for. Right now, I think it's going to have a battle with 555s on upside action. So that's kind of the resistance that I see back above 545. That's going to be the area for like kind of upside continuation. I could see it acting as resistance right here. And that's why I'll be looking to see if Walmart goes down today. We'll see. Maybe Costco goes up and Walmart is able to hold on here. We'll find out, right? Now, we did get a good question from Jan about what are the hot stocks, of course, on Trade the Pool today. We can go through them really quickly, and then I'll kick it to Ryan. We got trade the pools. Hot stocks today: Amazon, Apple, and Tesla. I've been trading Tesla as of late, but one thing that caught my attention this morning, and I hadn't really looked at Tesla like this, is I caught a monthly chart. What? Head and shoulders pattern here. And so that's one thing that I would go ahead and just kind of clearly state. Of course, you got to pull it back a good amount so you can see this. But I'm really starting to pay attention to Tesla to see if we start to see some takedown here and start to get some downside action to come into Tesla. Today, I'm wondering if the market continues on its downside trend. We're going to have choppy action, up and down moves, but we got to be careful there. We got to be looking to see when Tesla is going to come down or up. So the big levels for me is 300. You guys can see it here. What does this look like? I mean, this looks like a head and shoulders to me anytime, guys. I mean, you guys can see that clearly when you see it here. I'll show you guys the rectangle left shoulder, and then you got a rectangle right shoulder. Of course, this head area back up at the top. Now we could be heading down towards the neckline, which is a 220 breakdown. That's what I'm going to be looking for. Right now, it's looking like Tesla is having an easier way to go to the downside than upside bounces. We'll see what happens today. Of course, you guys can keep your eyes also on Amazon. That has been weak as of late and made a big run to 144. Also, what do you see here on this chart? If you go to the monthly chart and you see here rejections of long-term support right around here, the 145, 144 range. So if it can't get back up there, I think Amazon could be coming back down to support, could be coming to 120s and even 105. We got to be careful on these tech names. If you want to buy dips, you can go after them, but you got to be careful because remember, it was wicked moves up on the Qs, 45% move higher. Now we've been cutting back. We cut down a decent amount, but will we cut down half of this run is what I'm thinking we end up doing. That's a move from 390s, 260s. What is that? Well, you're talking about like 130 points, right? So maybe like 60 points down. We could be back down towards like, 330s, 340s. So that's what I'm going to be looking at for the Qs. All right, kicking it off there towards you, Ryan. We'll take a look at the SPY. We can take a look at some stocks, some smaller names. We'll take a look at that, of course. We'll see if Trade the Pool has them so that we can get after them today.
All right, sounds good. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Frank. Shout out to Frank, one of the stalwarts of the Happy Hour show. Yeah. Gives us a lot of really good information on the auto strike as well. The United Auto Workers, as Frank in a former life had some relation with them. So awesome stuff, Frank. Good to see you here today. Hopefully you're having a great day. Let's take a look at the SPY here. Here we go. Remember what I said yesterday. I wouldn't be surprised if we traded sideways in this shaded area for a little bit, and that certainly looks like what we're doing here. After all the weakness or the weekday that we had yesterday, I'm not surprised to see a bounce today. Really, the only thing I'm going to be looking for throughout the course of the day here today is, does this bounce hold? Do we trade up a little bit intraday and then reverse and hit the lows again? How strong is this bounce effectively? So that's basically what I'm looking for here on the SPY. Got a VIX of 18.22. Really not going to start paying more attention to that until we have a VIX of 20 or above. As Mitch said, there are a bunch of small stocks here today. First one, and probably the stock du jour here today, is going to be Pixie. Pixie, this is a low float stock, so be careful. This might also ignite other low float stocks out there, so keep that in mind. Maybe some of these low float stocks that haven't started to gap up in the pre-market might get found, quote unquote, found in the regular session here today. So if you have a low float stock watch list, that might be a good one to keep handy here today. As far as Pixie goes, we do have a catalyst here. Shift Pixie shares are trading higher. The company announced a reverse stock split, a 1-to-24 reverse stock split. So this is not really a massive catalyst. This is not really driving the business forward. However, we have seen recently a lot of stocks that go through these reverse splits end up having monster runs. And I think that what you're seeing here is kind of the front side of that. And I think that the price action that you're seeing is exaggerated because the stock is a low float stock. So just something to keep in mind here. This is going to be wild. Definitely going to be some trading opportunities today. As far as Mitch was talking about seeing if this is going to be in trade the pool. Let me go ahead and see that here. I'll just do it on the side here. Don't necessarily need to change the screen yet. Pixie is available in trade the pool. So good news there. Shout out to trade the pool. Next here on this list is going to be CRDF. This is Cardiff Oncology. Yesterday in the after hours, we spiked as high as 265. We've pretty much given all of that back here, but we're still elevated over yesterday's closing price of 162. Currently at 195 right here, right below the VWAP. We did have some news here last night after the market closed. Cardiff Oncology announces positive clinical data in pancreatic cancer and small cell lung cancer, including single agent activity from onvansertib monotherapy. Sorry about butchering that, but we got a PR here about data for pancreatic cancer and small cell lung cancer. That is absolutely driving the stock here today. This, to me, at least on the surface here, seems like a little bit more solid of a catalyst than Pixie. We'll see how that actually materializes into the trading action. What I really want to see here is a move through 2 and then perhaps the VWAP on CRDF. Let me check if that is in trade the pool as well. It is. So our first 2 movers here already in trade the pool. We're going to have a day. Next here is going to be DNA. Where's Rustam? Where's my guy Rustam, who asks about DNA all of the time? We're getting a pop here today. Ginkgo Bioworks shares are trading higher after the company announced a collaboration with Pfizer focused on the discovery of RNA-based drug candidates. Sorry, my bird is going ham. There's something not going on outside he's trying to participate in. So anyway, DNA popping up here. We're really kind of flirting with that 2 level. Same deal here as CRDF. Want to see a bust through 2. Pre-market high of 204. We'll see if we can take that out. Might get a little bit of a run here. DNA looking good. If we take a look at the daily chart here, we really start to get moving. One of the areas that we'd really like to attack is this 250 area, right? We have almost a triple top up here. It's not a very clean triple top, but it almost is. So if we really get a nice move up here, it's possible that we go to 250. That would make for a really great trading day here today. So DNA, Rustam's baby, we are rolling. Next here is going to be Vino. This is Gaucho Group Holdings. We've seen this trade, but we've seen this trade before on me. We've seen this trade before. We've seen this kind of go wild before. This did spike and really kind of come all the way back down. Take a look at the news here. Really didn't see anything. There was a PR in the morning that was kind of general, but I don't really see anything here driving this. So be careful with Vino. Is this? Let's see what the float is here. This is a low float stock, so maybe this is moving with some of the other interest in some of the low floaters. Just something to keep in mind. SOUN, this is SoundHound AI. We've traded this a whole bunch through the AI phase. This up here this morning, DA Davidson initiating coverage on SoundHound AI with a buy rating, price target of 5, current price 177, and that's after the 10% pop that we've already seen here. So it looks like they're trading up on the Davidson coverage. We'll see where that ends up going today. Got a lot of targets here today. Cannabis sector moving up here today. Tilray up. Let's go ahead and check CGC as well. Looks like CGC up 10% here. ACB up 1.8% here. Sundial was another one that we were taking a look at. Ticker SNDL. That's up here. So the cannabis sector looks a little bit strong here this morning. We'll see if that strength continues into the regular session and if it provides some trading opportunities for us. 2 other stocks of note on here. ChargePoint. ChargePoint popping here. We'll see if ChargePoint can get going. Last time ChargePoint was a really good trader for us. It was between $10 and $15. It really hasn't intrigued me ever since it's dropped into the single digits. We'll see if today is different, but worth noting that that's up there. And on the back of that, so too is Lucid. Lucid popping here in the pre-market. One more thing. Real quick, Bitcoin making a big move here. So the other thing to kind of keep on watch today is going to be some of the Bitcoin names. Coin, obviously a big one there, but Mara and Riot also part of that. I think the last time that we discussed this, we said that Mara was probably the better trader. So yeah, so that's what we're looking for here. That's pretty much all I have for the smaller stocks. We'll see if I missed anything that you folks went over. I'm going to flip over to my main page here. Let's go ahead and load up Pixie. Oh, what did we do? We crashed my details tool here. Let me just refresh real fast. Let's see. Let me roll through the chat. I'm not sure. How does one join the happy hour show? Carmen, you need to have an active Benzinga Pro subscription. As Lynn and Randy said, I put a banner, a little notification, bottom left corner of the platform every day that contains the link to join. So that would be how you join. But remember, you have to be a Benzinga Pro member. Pixie here looking like it's trying to take that 130 area out. There we go, and through. So Pixie looks higher here. Obviously, I'm going to wait for the market to open before I do any of that. So or before I even consider this. So let's see where we end up here when the market opens. We are under 3 minutes here. We're about 2 minutes away, 2 minutes and 15 seconds away from the casino opening. We will take a look at that. DNA really kind of holding here. Agri for you penny players really kind of spiking here before the beginning or before the open, excuse me. AHI and MBTX being called by Smoke Tuna. Look at that. AHI did pop here this morning, bled back some of its gains. We'll see what happened holding this 3 level here. Was there a news catalyst on AHI? No, I don't see anything. Wednesday, September. Advanced intelligence play a pivotal role in Beam collaboration. Yeah, I don't know about that. I guess that's good, but I'd actually probably have to go through that. Smoke Tuna, let me know if you've done that already. AHI, we've traded this one a whole bunch. This definitely on the board here today. The other one, NBTX, Nanobiotics. So no pre-market movement here, but fairly interesting daily chart here. As far as setting up a new trade here, stop be this low probably, right? 766, and we're looking for a move back towards what, 10? Yeah. So not a bad spot here, MBTX. I'll add this to the watch list. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. Carmen, what time? So the happy hour starts at 4 Eastern, runs from 4 to 5 Eastern. So you can expect that banner to be up maybe 15 minutes prior to that. Once you register for the first one, you'll get an email about all of the subsequent ones. So once you register, you don't even need the banner. If you want to just shoot me an email, I'll just send you the registration link. That's not a problem either. So no problem at all. Jay, good to see you again this morning. Oil up over 2 points here today. I've got no trade lined up on oil, Jay. Would love to hear what your thoughts are on that, how you're actually setting up a trade for that. Oil is moving up here. We'll see if that holds as well. What about AAP, says Keith. Ticker AAP. Let's take a look. We got what? 10 seconds before we open here. Let's take a look at AAP, Advanced Auto Parts. So this one's interesting. I kind of think that the auto part, with interest rates being high, consumers are more likely to repair their cars. This chart though looks really, really awful. Where's the bounce spot? Just in a total downtrend. Don't fight the trend, man. The trend is your friend. Oil keeps going. That equals bad for markets. That's what Jay is looking at here. So there you go. Getting a couple of halts here this morning. Same tickers from yesterday. Looks like those OTC tickers. First move here on Pixie is down. Looking around here, folks. Let's take a look at Costco. I'm going to put this up here. See if I can get, let's see what look at the spread on Costco. Oh my God, Costco almost all the way back up to where, wasn't even fast enough to buy it here for a day trade. Look at Costco. And you know what? Of course I didn't have the right one on here. Look at this move in Costco right out of the open here. Oh my God. Okay. That one might be gone. I'll probably have to wait for the spread to tighten up a little bit on there. CRDF being called in the chat. Let's take a look at CRDF. This moving back up to its VWAP here. See if it goes through 2 here on CRDF. You know what? I'm going to try some of this here on CRDF. Low is 190. We don't want to break that. Yeah, we'll take a little bit here. If we move through 205, the next target here, that's what I'd like to see. I don't want to go too big, too early though on here. So just 100 shares. Oh, don't shoot me. I did it at market. I'm sorry. Down to this low here at 190. We'll see if we are breaking beneath it. Let's see. The pre-market low here we have at 182. That's probably the point of no return here, right? Let's see. Got my daily email from Chaikin. He likes uranium now. Thankfully, you've been telling us about uranium for what, a month? And is that what we determined yesterday? Is that you've been talking about that for a month? All right, Tesla pounding the lows out of the gates here. Costco pounding the highs. Apple moving lower. Amazon moving higher. Split market so far. Still watching CRDF straight down from my buy. This is why we only went in with 100 shares. Holding that 185 though. So at least so far. See how long that lasts. Pixie's still in a down move. That's unfortunate. SOUN looks like the first move was down and it bounced a little bit. Sound reversing here. Let's check in on DNA as well. CRDF, we'll just leave this here for a sec. DNA moving to the highs. DNA moving to the highs. That one looking a little bit better than CRDF. Maybe I picked the wrong stock here again today. We shall see. Tesla at a support level of 242, says Gil. So here we go. Maybe we get a bounce here in Tesla. I'm going to bring Tesla up in another screen here. Don't want to trade this stock just because I dislike it so much, but maybe we're going to be forced into it. We'll see. Here, let me get this out of here, Mitch. There you go.
Oh, all right. Boom, boom, boom. Put me over there. Let's do this thing. Let's get after it. Let's see what we can come up with.
So Pixie on that first move down, maybe bouncing up. No, I don't know. Pixie's looks like it's
Pixie.
Sideways up here. We'll see. I'm not in Pixie. I don't love it. Let's put it that way.
All right. Q's coming down out the gates here. We'll see what's going on in the markets, but it's going to be another tough day, of course. It's not going to be just one way. So we'll see what happens today. Go to the 5-minute SPY, trying to tempt to the 5-minute support. 427 bounces right on the dot. Let's see if it goes through that. Same thing for the Qs. Qs went to 355.25, then bounce off of that. 355 major support. We'll see if that holds. Just trying to make an up move, up wick here. Let's see if it makes an up move. Of course, it's not just only going to go in one way. I think that people get bearish really quickly, and you got to be careful on moments like that to see quick bounces back to hourly resistance and then flush down. So that's what I'll be looking for today. All right. Bank of America got hit hard yesterday. Could bounce back today. We'll look to see if the KRE goes lower today. Qs are making a nice little pop here. Technology leading, energy right behind that, healthcare right behind that. Pretty strong day to start off here with basic materials. Also, coal with a big move there. So I'm looking at coal stocks here. METC with a nice lift off. HCC with a nice lift off. I'm looking for BTU to maybe get a nice lift off. And boom, there it is. 24 to 2460s. Nice 3% move out the gates there for BTU today. So coal stocks getting a nice little lift up. BTU push higher. And you guys could definitely take a look at these to see if we get a continued coal move today. Steel moving higher. It seems like we're getting a pretty good bounce back, at least to start the day here. We'll see if it's able to hold in.
Tesla with a nasty pull, traded up to its VWAP and then immediately yanked back. We'll see if it bounces here on Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla's getting hit, man. Nice little VWAP fade there off the 244 spot. I would have been taking some profit already at 242.50s. So now I'm going to look to see if this can take down that 242.50 spot. Then the takeout could be the 242 spot there on Tesla. The Tesla Dragon. Looking at ANF, got stopped out in this one yesterday short. So looking to maybe get short that today on ANF. Lulu was one I was thinking about shorting yesterday. It eventually didn't do the breakdown, but could break down today. So that's just one that I'm thinking about shorting. Best Buy broke down yesterday. That was one that I mentioned here, right? I was talking about maybe potentially shorting that one. Look at this breakdown yesterday. From 69.90s was the level that we were looking at. It went down to 68.10s. And that's a daily breakdown too. And so from here, it could maybe go back to 70 and use that as resistance, or maybe 69. But I'm looking for a move to 67 on Best Buy. I think it could go lower. The only question is, will we have a down day today? That's where I start to question it. Starbucks looks like it wants lower also. Consumer-facing stocks, I think, are going to continue to break down. Look at McDonald's today. Look how weak that is. McDonald's is one of the strongest stocks in any environment. Why? Because it even makes money like when we're like even, just stuck at home, things like that, inflationary. Look at the recent move that you've been seeing on McDonald's. Big takedown from like 297 to 266 now.
Look at Tesla going right down to that 242. I'm still in the CRDF. It's off the lows, but it's not really going for me. So that's unfortunate. Oh, sorry. Here I have CRDF. I have CRDF here. Let me actually put Tesla in Pro.
There you go.
There we go. We got Tesla in Pro and CRDF in trade the pool here, and the CRDF's got the open trade on it.
I like it. All right. We're going to keep battling here. I'm looking around, team, trying to get some trades. SE was really hot yesterday. Can it continue today? Look at that. That was really hot yesterday. XLE going higher.
Costco green. Man,
yeah,
oh man.
Walmart red. Let's go. We'll take it. Ryan can get his trade. I can maybe get my trade.
I want Costco lower so I can buy it for a long term.
All right. Well, I want Walmart lower, so we're in the same boat here. All right. I'm going to look for a attempt here above the 161.84s, maybe 162, and then I can short 162.25s. But I'm looking for an attempt to 162 here for Walmart. Let me see it. Let me see it. Come up there to 162, then reject. I don't mind shorting you. One thing I'm going to start trying to do a little bit more of is go about these trades in even slower manner. So I'm going to start trying to do maybe 4, even 5 entries, things like that to try to help me out. There's Walmart starting to bounce back, so I might get short here in a second off of 162s.
Tesla attempting to bounce here.
Dun, dun, dun. Oxy. Nice move by Costco, says Chris. Yeah, man. Yeah. You guys keep calling them out if you guys seeing anything. Dan said, I'm not playing that dragon today. Kia recalled 3.3 million. Okay. Still not getting above the 90s here. It went up towards 91 there for Walmart. Almost starting to get short here.
Still waiting around here. Still waiting on CRDF. I think that this is probably going to work here. Waiting for a move back to the VWAP. We'll see. Tesla is trying to bounce. For you Tesla traders out there. VWAP I have in my broker at 243.17. So we'll see if we get there. That's going to be the first step.
So got a
With
really small starter, a short on Walmart.
saying just not seeing much yet. Yeah, same deal with me. Jay, I like this too. Costco, if you look at earnings history last few years, it always sells off in earnings and gets bought. I got to start taking advantage of that, Jay. I feel like I'm just
XOM taking a
slow on it.
downturn. So now we're starting to see drip starting to make a move to the upside. Be careful with that oil move. It looks like it might be turning around. We'll see what happens.
Look at the bounce in Tesla. Look at that bounce in Tesla.
Ooh. Nice rejection there for Walmart there from the 61.90s level. So I'm going to start looking to add a little bit more closer towards that 61.90s. Still looking to add more towards even 162. So we'll see if I can get it. Drip starting to move though. I'm seeing oil up towards above 92. So I probably won't go short it, but it is starting to peak out a little bit. But man, it's been a nice run since 8 p.m. last night.
FSR good. FSR good call here. We talked about this taking 6 out yesterday at 613 here today. We'll see if that keeps going. SLNO, that was one from that was the big one from yesterday. How's that doing? It's just leaking here today.
Yeah, that's actually a good short opportunity.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that 24 short of VWAP today, which was support. I already missed that one, so it's going to be a little bit harder now to come after it. But a move back towards 2350s, I like that. So I could short it here on Trade the Pool, so definitely going to be watching it here. I just wasn't watching it out the gates there, but it did look nice for the VWAP fade, especially when it went to 2420s is the VWAP, and then it went to a 2425. That would have been a monster move, right? You got 2420s there, big move down to 22s. That's already a 4% move. Amazon back in the green, guys. So looking around here, using my gainers and losers list here to try to find some winners. Ion Q's doing well today, so that's actually getting a lift. That could actually mean that maybe ARM gets a little bit of a lift today. We'll see what happens. ARKK pulling back. TQQ starting to make an upside lift there. IWM, Amazon lifting there. So we might have a little bit of a push day. We'll see what happens. I'm going back to Walmart. It is pushing on me. Just got me some fills there. So I got to be careful here as it is getting a little bit of a lift. Needs to reject right around here, the 162.25. If not, anything above 63.35 or 62.35s is definitely going to get me out. So glad I came in this really small. That's keeping me in this right now. We'll see if this can start to work its way back down. All right, what are you guys looking at over there? Femi, nice push there. All right, Pixie trending down. See what happens with that one. SLNO. Mitch got a new book in. You have it, The Mental Game of Trading Jared Tender. I've actually I haven't personally interviewed him, but I've talked to him because we had someone that interviewed him, Lynn, and I was doing a producer for that. So I did get to talk to Jared, and I can't have him on. I should reach out to him so you can at least learn a little bit more. It's an interesting trading book for sure, mentioned by Lynn Williams. Tessie waking up now. Rising from the dead, says Gil. We'll see what happens. All right, there's Walmart back to 162s. I'm going to keep adding in here and just try to keep working it. So now I'm looking for above 162, like 162.10 to add here.
It's a decent move, yeah.
Yeah, Lucid.
Femi, well, it sold off and then immediately bounced. So I don't think it's a setup though. Femi from yesterday looking like this might be holding up as well.
Yeah, that is holding up. SNLO just spiked right back to the VWAP. All right, I'm going to set a stop right now for this Walmart towards 162.30s, and I'm going to go take a look at that SNNO.
SLNO, okay.
Yeah, I might take a shot here. It's really hard because the spread, the spread was too wide there for me, guys. It went by like 38s. So like I can't hit the bid there. And so this is what I was looking at right here. So I was like, all right, so this is the resistance that I can't get over. So if I can get close to that and bet off that, that's not a bad outlook. Just got to have the right risk to return here. So I need to see like 24s here show up. So I could risk like maybe 40 cents on this name. But you got to be careful with the risk like that, right?
I'm approaching, just FYI, I'm approaching stop loss on CRDF. Did add 100 shares down here, but really tight stop. If it breaks through 180, I'm out.
All right, getting a little bit of a pop here.
I might join you on SLNO here once I get stepped out, which I think is what's going to happen.
You trying to go long it, short it?
I'm going to take a look at it. We'll see where.
Isn't it always fun, team? It's always fun, guys. All right, thinking about trying to get short here a little bit. At least like 24.05s, something like that. But got to start it really small. You see, this is what I was worried about. Look how quick that spike was. I didn't even get it, guys. So be careful. It's spiking there.
Are you short it?
No, I'm not. I'm not in it at all.
Okay. I was going to say I would probably long it.
Okay.
Just to not blow the prop up.
No, I mean, even if it did the spike with the shares that I would have got in there, it would have been what? 20 shares, right? So 20 shares gives me the ability to easily risk $1. Like I can just see that right off the back, right? And so one of the things that I could see here is this down move. Like, so now you're kind of like rejecting the breakout, right? Now it's going to try to attempt to do a VWAP bounce off of 2394s. But if it crushes through 2350s, it could be a good down move. So now you got to know your risk, right? To me, the risk would be now 25s, 2550s if I'm short. See what happens.
Nice job, you guys that are flipping Pixie back and forth. That's a nice move there. Big pull here to the VWAP, though. Careful on that one. 138 looks like the high, pulled all the way back down here to 119. Did it fast. Lower, under VWAP now, 116.
Spread is a little wide in this one. Be careful with SLNO.
Crow making a call that Pixie is done and will fade all day from here.
That's how Crow sees it.
Pixie halted.
All right, Walmart.
Halted to the downside on Pixie.
Bad, guys. Now back below 162. Looking for another ad on Walmart. Looking for another ad on Walmart. Walmart going into green there for me. So not getting into that SLNO. But I'm thinking about it now that I can start getting Walmart into the green. It's looking good. I just need to see it reject here 2480s one more time. Give me like a little bit of a triple top there and then start coming back through 24s. If I do this, I'm going to probably do like 20 shares, guys. So if I do this, is because I just want to kind of like test the outlook there of shorting one of these bigger moves on day 2. Seen the stock pop and drop before. Big outlook also is 26 41s is like the big breakout to the upside. So just to give you guys the bull perspective also, right? So if you go to the daily chart and we look here, so back above this kind of close action right here, back above that is the big up move. Below the 21s is the big down move. So you see how you're in the middle? In the middle, essentially, of that trend. being in the middle there is a little bit dangerous because you are playing a little bit kind of more of a pig, I would say. You're not a bull, you're not a bear, you're stuck in the middle. That's where I got to really be careful. That's why I'm a little bit worried about this one. Not in it yet, but keeping an eye on it. It's a tough play.
Excuse me, sorry about that. I was stopped out of CRDF, by the way. So we're done with that one. Let's move over to SLNO here and see. God, this thing is super spread.
Yeah, that's the hard part, the spread. So you have to go tight size, low sizing. If I go high sizing on something like this, it can actually wreck me. So I just got to keep that in mind. Walmart looking weak now. Costco still strong. So that's why I haven't gone too crazy in Walmart, but I'm looking for it to start getting back below the VWAP and really holding that. Have about 75 at 162. AMD on the highs. No trades for me this morning, says Jason. Ben, Safe Banking Act vote today. Yeah, keep your eyes on the cannabis stocks.
So I'm interested in that. I was actually going to ask Ben to talk a little bit more about that if he has anything. Do you really think that that drives the cannabis stocks today?
I mean, it already is, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I feel like maybe we get a sell the news event out of that. Maybe it's just maybe I'm wrong. I mean, hey, gut feeling.
Who knows? We will see. I mean, if it holds 8, it looks good technically today. It just at least MSOS, and it went right back down on a pullback to 801. I kind of like that it did that. You know what I mean? It gave you like that pullback buy attempt. We'll see if it's able to hold $8 today. All right. Looking good here on the Walmart short.
I am trying to get some SLNO long here.
Savage, because I'm trying to go short it. Oh, man. We're going to go on the opposite side today. At least maybe one of us will win, baby.
I mean, I'm not in yet. So my limit order is for 24 even, and there's a bid above it. So I don't think I'm going to get that. Actually, I'm going to cancel this order for now.
We will see what opportunities we get here.
IMVT had an offering yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check that. Right after the
All right. Here's that 24 attempt here for SLNO.
Yes, it did. IMVT had an offering and went higher. So go figure.
Here's that attempt. What will happen for SLNO here? Will it VWAP bounce or break down here from 24? Ooh, there's the attempt to wash some people out. Now I'm going to let it try to recover 24, maybe even get to 24.20s, and then I could short it off 25. You can go along it too, right? I mean, the truth is that's
I pulled my order. I'm not in it. So I didn't get filled at 24 on that rollover.
We'll see what happens there.
Glad I didn't, frankly.
I mean, the spread widened out too.
Yeah,
so
that's the tough
crazy part. Now it's hard for me to go short it because the spread's so wide. So it did what's called at least on my outlook on the 1 minute, a VWAP fake out fade.
And there's your 24 recovery.
There's an attempt. Looking to see if the bid could get to 24. then I could short it off 25s. I'm only going to do like 25 shares. Risk like $20.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have a 20
Walmart
lot
in the
set up
green
here.
for me. Walmart's looking good there, guys. It's probably heading on the downside there. At least I can see the net P&L moving in my favor, so that's looking good there. We'll see if Costco comes back down. I haven't really been focusing on the overall market today because I've been focused on these trades. I'm sorry about that, team. Sometimes, you know, it's going to get focused on the trades action versus the overall market. But I can tell you guys, energy is doing well and technology. You can tell us what's up.
I was going to say, I'm not in anything right now, so I'm happy to report what's going on. I don't have that sector screen that you like reading from.
No worries. It's all good. You could just tell me what you're seeing in the market.
Yep. I'm seeing kind of what we talked about in terms of like the broader market. I wanted to see if this bounce continues. Does it kind of roll over? Looking at the chart now, NASDAQ, SPY, it looks like it's kind of rolling over here a little bit. Right. So we'll see if that bounce is going to hold up or not.
Sounds good. I'm looking around, team. I couldn't get that SLNO at 24s. So one thing I don't want to do is reach, right? If I reach with
especially on a spread like that, dude, forget that.
Reaching here it could be a big mistake for me, right? Especially when I have a trade in the green already. Like even though I'm looking at SLNO as like a big win possibility, I just got to leave it alone. And like I wanted to add on Walmart, but there's really no point at this point. It's just kind of more either take my gains or it comes back and I break even out. I'm looking for a move down towards this low, which is 161.31. We'll be looking really good here in Walmart.
I'm gonna take a look at this. Is just way too spread for me. Pixie really coming in. If you reach, the market will teach. Yes, Jason, yes. Jason, I love that. This is probably the first time I've heard this. I totally can see myself reusing this. So Control C, and I will be Control Ving that over the years here. That is an awesome quote.
Wayfair, that's been one that I've been looking at short since 65. Let's see if it makes another leg lower today.
Apple's still at lows.
Walmart going down, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Flush that Walmart toilet.
What? Oh, Mitch.
Trust me. You don't want to go to Walmart bathrooms, man.
Oh, man. That's all rolling over here now. Low 23s.
Oh, good. Let's see what happens. Can it crack through the lows on Walmart? I'm looking for a little crackdown through the lows. Low of the day, intraday, 161.31. Can we go to 161 here? I can take some profits. I'll have a full point of profit. Could take maybe half of it off there and then look for a little more.
SOUN making a run towards the highs.
See if we can get a nice little crack here. SPY looking like it's just bunching up, man. Holy moly, is this SPY bunching up here? What is going on with the SPY? This looks like algo action off the bottom, so we'll see if it gets to become a buy. But you see all this like kind of bottoming action right now on the 1 minute here on the SPY. So we'll see what happens if this is this able to just rip to the upside here or break to the downside support. Interesting action on the SPY today. You see how it's like kind of just sideways here? It could just rip to the upside or break to the downside. It's definitely building up momentum. The only question is what's way. StockXL trying to hold pullbacks to 1765s. Q's still doing not as great to see in technology up so much. So not the big day there. Energy caught the lift, so it did a little bit of a fake out to the downside. Now XOM starting to come back, so be careful out there. And I saw oil continue, so there's a takedown on the SPY. Now that's going to help my Walmart trade. All right, so let's start seeing if we can go after some other names here and see a turnaround come right back down here. Like Costco looks interesting for me to short just because my Walmart trade's going well here. Costco had been doing really well, looking for 565 to come back. Will that become resistance now on
market
Costco?
pulling here? Market pulling.
Man, Costco came back so strong there. Did you see that, Ryan?
I wasn't.
You had that
it,
one
no.
called, and I think you should have called, maybe taking that shot today.
I know.
Man.
I should have. So I was looking at it too, and I got stalled by the spread again.
Yeah, no, and
I just got to stop doing that. I just got to.
You know what I think is important too is like maybe thinking about things like if I'm going after that one, maybe laddering like one share at a time, right? You got free commissions. Ladder one share at a time, Ryan. Ladder the crap out of it.
Trade the pool. It's $1.50 a trade.
Oh, yeah. That's fine. That's fine. I'll trade the pool. I thought you were going after
no.
in like the long term.
No, I want to own it for the long term in my main account.
Okay.
But
that's what I was thinking. No, but for the trade,
see one share at a time. I got you.
For the trade too, ladder it there on is going to be the best way, I think. So like if I want Costco, like it's okay to pay commissions. I'm willing to take 4 or 5 orders, 6 orders. What is that going to cost me? $5 or $6? But when I have the better average, it's going to make me the money. So that's the way I think about it.
SOUN coming back down to VWAP here. We'll see if that holds and gives us a setup. SOUN. I've got VWAP at 185 on my broker, 183 on Trade the Pool. So we're waiting for this to come in a couple more pennies. SPY still at lows. So are the Qs. Apple. Tesla rolled over from that impressive bounce that it had this morning.
Ooh, that looks like a nice little short.
What does?
Tesla. The Tesla dragon.
Gil calling SLNO. What's happening there? I took that off my screen. It's going wild now. Yeah. So we were talking about that at 24. It came oh my God, this stock is wild. Came all the way back into 2330s and now 25. So good luck. 25. I mean, if you got it, make sure you grab those gains. It's just, man, that's tough. That is tough. A lot of stuff coming back in now.
All right, I'm going to look for one more attempted push and fail on Tesla. A move back above 245 is what the bulls want to look for. At least that's what I see on the chart here. So a move back above that 245 is what I'm looking after here. Then I'll show you guys the chart outlook here. If you take a look at kind of a line, right? And so I'll show you guys the line here. So this attempt, right? So we see 1 up, 1 down, 2 up, 2 down, 3 up, 3 down. I want to see it come towards this 244 and then fail. It's already failing right here and could just flush here because it already kind of broke VWAP and rejected it. But I'm looking for an attempt for the breakout to the upside, which is 244 and then failing. Walmart bouncing a little bit there. I'm just going to keep this short now. Stop loss is directly above my entry. So if it does come back to me, hey, so be it. But I'll tell you what, I'm looking for a bigger win there on Walmart. Tesla already going lower. Apple just getting smacked right now, guys.
Yeah, it sure is. That's what I was saying. Be careful. And if you look at the Qs, the same thing. Qs, SPY, all getting smacked.
Does not look good there. And I'm going to start looking to see if the financials go red here. That could be a good outlook also. So I'm looking at the KRE. That looks interesting for me. Will the KRE go lower today? It could go lower. Some of these banks were getting hit hard yesterday. Looking to see if Goldman Sachs and JPM go lower today. Walmart, will we get some more on the Wally world? Who calls Walmart Wally world?
Not
Ever heard that reference?
No.
I don't know. Who knows?
Wally world. No, never heard that. Brad, good call here. Right Aid. This thing moving up. Penny stock having a nice intraday here. I'm not on that though. I gotta be honest with you. I really don't see a lot.
Well,
I
sometimes
really
you
don't
gotta
see a
just
lot.
sing
Yeah.
to these stocks, man.
I'm not singing to anybody, Mitch. I don't know what you're
Come
what
on,
you're talking about.
Ryan.
Quit
The deep
waffling, bro. I'm
tunes
not.
of Ryan
No,
Faloona.
I'm not, dude. I'm not doing any of that. I can't sing. I'm not a singer. I'll leave that to Taylor Swift. She's much better than I am.
There's my Wally Worlds out there. They remember it.
Oh, it's the from the family vacation. Becca's saying Griswold family vacation.
Yeah,
Oh.
Wally World, man.
Oh, I'm out of it then. I'm out of the loop here. Pixie trading back up here to VWAP. We'll see if it gets rejected or moving through on Pixie.
Cannabis heading down. Ryan might have been dead on right. Ryan, you gotta short that sometimes, man. Short that Cannabis trade.
I don't make my money shorting $1 stocks, bro.
But MSOS is not a $1
That's
stock.
true. That's true.
And that's gone pretty high up. And it was off of VWAP right there in the 830s. So look at that strategy, Ryan. That wasn't too bad. VWAP went right there. We went up towards a VWAP of 829, got to a high of 828, right next to it, 828. Bam! You can smack those 828s, 829s, looking for the move to 8. Boom, booking it right now. Not a bad little strategy breakdown if you guys went after that. If you just needed the VWAP on here, you guys can always add all the drawing tools here. There's analytic tools, volume profile, VWAP plus, a lot of indicators that you guys can be using. I've been trying to keep my charts kind of clean and simple here. But of course, remember, there's a lot of drawing tools you guys can be using. And so many features that Trade the Pool has to try to help traders out there, especially using technical indicators, lines, things like that, fibs, whatever you're interested in, you got it right here. Fib retracements, expansions, and it can get as complicated. You could even use like Elliott waves. Elliott waves is something really interesting to kind of learn. If you've never taken a look into that, I definitely try to learn some.
Yeah, Jay, I like seeing Pfizer move to the lows here. I'm in complete agreement with you. I think it's gonna take time though. I think it's gonna take time to clean out the rats.
This is how it is. Pfizer's gonna keep going lower. We already known that one. Walmart. What about the Tesla Dragon? Did I get my lift yet? Ooh, it's coming back, guys. Starting to make that down move. Now starting to curl. Will the Q's make an up move here? Will we get another down move type of day? You know, one thing I think this is doing, Ryan, is the PCE report is Friday, right? I think it might be pricing in a negative report for PCE. At least the market.
Okay. That's possible.
Just an outlook, right?
I mean, the market's been weak. I think it might even be expecting that. We'll see.
Yeah,
By the way,
I think it's expecting
Pixie,
a hot report.
Watching Pixie here, if it breaks 106, it's probably done. I did take a starter of 100 shares, but for a long side trade, I obviously want to have more than this. Sydney saying, Ryan, sing a song of sixpence. I'm assuming you mean sixpence, none the richer. There is no way under any circumstance you will ever hear me sing that song that I believe you're referring to. I'm not even going to say the name of it.
Let's go. Time to book something here. Let's book it, baby.
Nice trade.
Let's get some Walmart here and try to get some cash here. It's going to the low of the day. I could wait for the low of the day break here, but boom, right there. It just broke it. I took some cash off there. Now already booked myself $27, up another 22 from the net, right? And so that's not looking too bad. We could probably get like, $50, $60 on this name for only 75 shares. I'll take that all day. Let's go. Tesla rejecting there. It didn't even get to the 244 spot. So we'll see if the SPY goes lower. SPY's going lower there. That doesn't look good. JPM starting to top out a little bit here. That's one thing that I'm thinking about shorting here.
13, it's high noons, not claws, for one. Number two, no, I don't sing.
Don't sing? What?
No,
come on, man.
Nobody wants that. Look,
not even in the shower?
I mean, no.
When nobody's watching?
No, dude, I'm not a singer.
You know what, guys? I'm going to have to do some research and try to catch my man Ryan singing. We'll try to catch it.
I don't like the sound of that on multiple levels, to be quite honest with you. It's
some private investigation going on here. Amazon broke down very hard, says Gil. Let's take a look at that Amazon trade. Thanks for the help there, Gil. Look at that. Amazon with the flush down. And I've been talking about how that chart didn't look good there for me. A little bit of a bull trap out the gates here today. So that could be going lower here. Tesla did reject the VWAP. It could be going lower here through the 242 spot. We'll see if it goes lower. You guys know I was looking at it a little bit on the short side today. Wasn't able to get it there, but look at that. Now starting to get hit there. Tesla also going lower. Boom, baby, boom. Down goes Frazier. All right, guys. Definitely it looks like a type of day, guys. Be careful out there.
I didn't hear the drop at all, so I don't know what kind of day it is.
What? How did we not hear the fire in the hole drop there? It should have worked. What's going on there?
I heard something, but it was muffled. Yeah, see, I can barely hear it. Maybe somebody else can. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
What is going on today? Walmart looking good there on my swing and my day trade. Of course, I made more money already on my day trade than my swing, but that's just because it's smaller, right? I try to stay small in my swing game, guys. Starbucks going lower. Best Buy, what about that one? That one's hanging out at VWAP right now. Could go lower. Kind of like this one.
I am not seeing anything. I'm trying. I just don't have it. TNKO, you guys were mentioning, that's already made its move up. ALLK already made its move up.
eBay going lower. That looks like it's getting flushed today, man. That was one that was on my radar yesterday. I talked about it on Start Swing Trade. If this would start breaking, it's breaking fast there. You know, it's an interesting one. Just because they did a split just a couple days ago. Express, the apparel store for downside, baby. It's funny, I shopped there, but I shorted.
Payless shoe stores?
Express.
Is that what you were? Oh, Express.
You telling me I shop at Payless, bro?
I was surprised. No, I was.
Is that what you telling me, bro?
No, I thought that's what you were saying. I was shocked that came out of your mouth. I was like, "There's no way that's true." And of course, I heard the wrong store. That makes total sense. Pixie looking like this is going to roll over here.
Yeah, Apple
can't do anything today.
Yeah, it's not Stairway to Heaven. Let's say with Apple today.
Great song, by the way.
Yeah, they're gonna have to make a new song for Apple. Stairway down to hell.
They're going to have to make a new song for Apple.
Just took out the next support. That's not good for the market here, guys. That means that we could be going lower. We'll see what happens. Oh, Walmart did do that 161 move. Could have maybe waited for that 161. It went down through it, like 161.01. So at this point, what I'm going to do is actually raise my stop loss closer towards VWAP, right? So VWAP is around 161.73. I'm going to put it at 185, 161.85 now. So at least I'll make sure that I get a gain from here on out on Walmart, and I can go looking for more trades now.
Pixie might go back to pennies today. Honestly.
SPY starting to come back a little bit. We'll see if it can actually make an up move. Tesla down towards 242. So that was a nice outlook there. Just wasn't able to capture it. But look at that 242 move. Not a bad little fade off there from Tesla. Auto's going down. Ford going down. Stellantis, is it finally getting hit? Let's see. Yeah, it's starting to get hit a little bit here. Is this going to be like a later down move when I stop watching it, then it wants to flush? Because that's how it's been. Look for Stellantis, see if it can make one more bounce to 1880s. Then I don't mind shorting that stock today. Of course, the strike news is still not looking good. Even Biden's out there right now on the streets of Detroit. Apple got cooked. Yeah, Apple today.
Gil was suggesting there's already a song for Apple. It's called Highway to Hell.
Yeah.
That was a good call, Gil.
He got cooked.
That was a good call.
Like that.
He got cooked. He got cooked. Yeah, it's not looking good there. Not looking good. What about the Donkey Kong? People were asking me about it.
Every time. Every time, Mitch. Hey, Donkey Kong trying to bounce a little bit here. Did make a little bit of a move up in the pre-market. A lot of resistance up by 28.85. Let's see if we can take that out, get to 29 today. What do you guys feel about Donkey Kong? Is it trying to bounce back or is it trying to come back down? Could be trying to come back down to 50% of the recent move to 2260s here. A lot of resistance above it at the 2860, 2885 area. We'll look to see if that rejects there and goes back down through 28. Pixie is trying to bounce here, so I added some shares to it. Want to see if this bounces. If it doesn't, I'm just going to cut it and move on. This is boring. I'm not doing anything here, unfortunately.
Pixie.
We'll see if this is the bounce spot. If it just kind of rolls back through 110, then we'll be done with it.
Yo,
we shall see.
This stock might not be around for too much longer, man. Poor Chewy, man. They've been just on the flush down on Chewy. But I can tell you at least at some point, sometime, this is going to get a little bit of a short squeeze. It's trying to push a little bit right now. But, man, look at this daily chart.
Yeah, that is just, God, is that bad. I love that company, too. I love it so much.
From 39 to 1780s. That is... If you're an investor, man, that's like the one that you just start putting away. You're just like, well, lost that bad boy. Oh, that's a tough one.
13. We'll see if it gets up there. We'll see if it gets up there.
Intel bouncing a little bit off the 34 levels. And
Gene, I appreciate that. That's nice.
So I like that outlook. Intel strong on a weak tape. Nice mention in the chat.
Yo, Staff Sergeant.
Oh, I'm sorry there.
You're good, man. Staff Sergeant Ryan, welcome back. Good to see you. Got to talk about BA and the abysmal past month. My bottom around 192.50, but can we see it lower? Let's take a look at BA here real quick.
Oh my God, I'm gonna missing the BTU run today.
Okay,
but yeah, go check it out.
No, because I don't want to take Pixie off of. I don't want to take Pixie off of my trade the pool chart, so I don't want to go to that just yet.
BTU on a big run today. Cold.
BTU. We'll come back to Boeing, Ryan. Don't worry. Sit tight.
How's that Pixie? Not doing much.
It's boring, dude. It's like it's just this trade. It's just like
it's making you feel like
a Pixie. Trying to bounce. Yeah, I'm just trying to bounce. So I added some more to it, and it's like it's not doing anything. It's not. I wish it would just make up its mind so I could be done one way or another. Like. It's just been not a good pick here. The volume dried up. It's really not doing anything. Ugh.
It's just quiet, man. Just quiet. Walmart just hanging out lower. So I'm just gonna let that continue work today. That could literally give me back the gains for the day, right? And so a lot of times, like I don't want to push if I don't need to, right? Oxy going higher, oil's going higher. That looks strong there. Technology not as strong as it was, right? It was leading, now it's not. Industrials are coming back. That's one area that's staying strong right now. Deere starting to make an up move here. Cat starting to make an up move. Boeing has been getting hit as of late. I know that you wanted to take a look at it. Will it bounce? I'll tell you one thing. It's definitely at historical lows on RSI. And that's when I start looking for bounces. Am I saying that this is the day? No, but am I saying that it could happen in the next couple of days? Hell yeah. So I'm going to be watching Bowen. I got no problem with that. It's recovering VWAP right now. off of a bearish pattern, which is how I'd probably want to play it. A day that it looks bearish and turns to green.
Boeing had actually had a decent support here. Ryan was here. Let's go to Pro. Still in Pixie on that, but let's go to this. Here we go. So here's the Boeing daily chart. I've got these EMAs on here. Let me actually hide these. These probably aren't helping. The spot I'm looking at, this is kind of what Ryan was talking about, 192.50. I mean, I'd still be in that spot. I mean, I like Boeing long term. I can't remember what your trade thesis was, if this was a longer term play for you or not. You'll have to remind me. I think that this is going to find support somewhere in here. I mean, I would say even by 170 if it comes back in that much. We'll see if it ends up bouncing. Yours is a pretty good support spot.
Starting to ladder some in there to try to get long Boeing. So I'm starting to ladder at 195.35s, and I'm going to work it below that 195s. So 195.20s I'll put out. Looking for that first hit there towards the 40s, 35s. That's kind of the area that I really want to get filled. And then I could start risking off the 195 spot. So I have orders out, laddering out there right now. I'll show you guys how that ladder looks. So the key here is just trying to ladder in between and looking for pullback fills. Let's see if I can get a pullback fill on Boeing and then start getting a move. What would my upside action look like? Towards like kind of 197.50s is kind of the goal here. And so that could still be a really nice upside action. Walmart brought it up in the chat there by Gil. I'll take a look at it right now. What you got, Ryan?
Rick's comment here saying Pixie is going to sale now because I sold. I would say no, it's not, Rick, because I haven't sold it yet. When I do it, that's when it'll go. That's kind of how it feels here. We did kind of curl back up here, but we're coming back in. So we'll see here on Pixie. It's really just hanging here doing nothing. And it's just like, it's not even stressful. Like I know what's going to happen. It's either going to come and stop me out for pennies, or we're going to go and we're going to make a little bit on it. But it's just, it won't do it. Just do it.
We'll see if I get stopped out. Walmart coming back here. It's slightly above VWAP, so I'm giving it a little bit of room here to the 6190s. I have literally my stop set right there for Walmart, and so we'll see what happens there. Definitely a nice little bounce. Thanks for the catch, Gil. We'll see what happens on that. What are the parameters for RSI? Well, it all depends on your platform, right? There's so many different platforms. This is why I say you got to actually study indicators. Look who made the indicator. Try to understand who made it and how they wanted you to use it. And then look to see if that is actually how your platform calculates it. This is why I try to talk about things in a little bit more of a technical outlook. And that's why I look into things like the CMT, because I want to know exactly how these things were designed and who made it. Walmart coming back. We'll see if it stops me out there, but I can look around to see if anything else is coming back. That SLNO went up to 25, Ryan, and then now back below 24 is down to 23s and could be breaking down. That's a hard trade, man.
Like I said,
that's a hard trade. That's putting the pain on both sides.
Crow, that Seinfeld episode where George does the opposite. I mean, that's one of the classic Seinfeld episodes of all time. Yeah, definitely remember that.
Banks doing
if everything you do is wrong, then the opposite must be right.
I like it.
All right, Pixie, let's go. Let's take out 115 here, Pixie. Let's go. Come on, you're hitting it. There's big size there. They're hitting it. Let's go. Let's do something.
Ion Q going higher there. Some smaller names starting to make a move. We could start seeing some up action starting to get into this. NCLH making a move up. MRO. So oil names pushing higher. Soxel pushing right back to the upside here. Let's see if we get a little bit of a turnaround here. AMD starting to go higher. Intel is one of the names that is also really strong to the upside. We'll see if that stays strong. Boeing does not want to come back and give me an entry here, but we'll see if it does.
Marty, another good quote from that very same Seinfeld episode. Oh, I love it. Seinfeld fans, you guys, you always have a seat at my dinner table. This is sorry, folks. I'm sorry. I'm so bored. I feel like it's my fault. Pixie. This was the worst. This was the worst.
Bitcoin tanking hard. That might be hitting Mara stocks. Bowen, you're so slow, man. Come down to me. XLI taking a nice little uplift there today, so that looks interesting right now. It just did a nice little push, could pull back here. That's why I'm still looking for Bowen on pullback to
Market's
the VWAP.
bouncing.
Yeah, it's starting to bounce.
Market's bouncing a little. Man, Portillo's, that is my long-term Portillo's trade. Yikes, that is hurting. Thing is down
man.
every day, dude. Every day it's down.
Yeah, that's the hard part of falling in love with a place and investing in it. This is
It's
why.
also, I mean, this is not a good. The economy isn't good. Like I'm so sick of the people on TV and the people in power saying that everything is good. It's so not. And it's like a lot of these stocks are telling you that. Like anything that's consumer facing is really getting hurt.
Oh, that Donkey Kong might have been the move, but to the upside as it pulled back there towards 2850s, support around 2840s, now taking off here towards the 2882s. We're seeing some upside come into the market. Even AI starts showing up on the scanner now. Let's see what happens. That means my Walmart probably gets stops out. We'll see what happens if we start to get an up move in the market. But there are some stocks pushing. IonQ made a push today. Intel has been strong, up there to 34.74 now. Will Apple come back here? Apple was just beaten down, man. It is trying to come back. We'll see if it eventually turns into a fade. SPY rejecting the VWAP right now. Will it just come right back down? Or will it make a move above 427? IMVT starting to come back down, back at VWAP. I know that's a biotech that was on radar out there. SLNO starting to come down there. Be careful with both biotechs as I'm starting to see them pull back a little bit.
Dennis Dick sounds like Seinfeld when he goes on rants. Oh man, that's funny.
But who on Seinfeld? That's
Jerry.
the truth.
He sounds like Jerry is what he's saying. Yeah, that's funny. Pixie rolling over here again. Probably gonna have to close this. Oh god, I'm sorry I'm yawning. I'm sorry, folks. This was not a good trading morning at all. There's nothing. I don't see anything here. I got nothing. I got absolutely nothing.
Costco trying.
The Costco missed trade. That was the trade of the day. The Tesla bounce trade for you people that are slaying the dragon out there. That was good. Other than that, like what was good? Like these small cap names that we had today were awful. They just awful for the long side.
Yeah, that is the question, right? I mean,
man, it's just nothing. Everything is back down. It's just no movement, low volume. Oh, go
here's
do
that
something else
attempt
today.
here to go upside with Tesla. Will it come back here? It's coming back pretty fast. See how it spiked back here? So on the 1 minute, it spiked back. Now it's back above the 244 spot. And could go to the 245s, but I'm looking to see if it rejects one more time this 244.40s and then comes back through 244. I could get short off that 244, but I need to see this start rejecting there.
I gotta stop yawning. This is crazy.
It's all good. It's an extra coffee coming up.
Yeah, I think I might have to do that.
We need to make so much money that we have a coffee assistant that just brings me an espresso.
I mean, my legs work. Like that's not even the problem.
I need some espresso, like fast. Scat. All right, guys. I'm gonna go short here, a little bit of Tesla. I got short a little bit there, only 10 shares. I want to add a little bit on one more pop to the 244.40 area, but holding off the 245 right now, which would be what? Only $10 risk here. So when I go after Tesla, I always want to start my trade with the smallest risk possible, then work it up as I start to see it go in my favor, because Tesla loves to trend in a direction, but you got to catch the trend early and then look to add. That's the way I like to play it. That's why I'm going after the short here. Now I could look for pops above my entry to add and then look for the takedown. If it just goes down from here, only 10 shares, oh, well, I mean, I'll just try to make money with 10. So one more attempt there to the 244.40s, 244.50s area, then rejects, I'll get short. Dun, 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 dun. Trying to slay the dragon.
Yeah, Jay, this is a really good comment here. It makes sense. These coal names have PE ratios of 10. While rates go high, they flock to them. Sell your high PE stocks. That's what we're seeing. That's definitely good.
Yeah, and one thing also is just that there's been a huge run in oil, right? When oil runs higher, coal has a tendency of running higher. But the key is also stick to the higher names. That's what I noticed. BTU hasn't been as good as a name as of late than others. So that's why I would point out that there's some other ones that has been there. Walmart coming back to stop me out there, guys. So little gain today on Walmart. Nothing too big. Could have maybe taken another 25. It comes back to 162 right now. That means I'm out, right? I'm not going to stick around for it maybe to stop me into the risk here. I could get back into the name if it rejects maybe like 162.10s and comes back down through 162 to short it again later in the day. We'll see if that happens. Right now, I'm looking and focusing on Tesla. There's a rejection for 244.40s again here, but I want this candle, this 1 minute, to close below that, because if I don't, then it could just do the spike like it is right now. So now if I get a rejection of 244.40s and it not go through 244.69, I can start shorting here. So now you guys see what I usually have is 2 order bars, right? 2 order screens. Trade the pool is what you guys are seeing right now. And so you guys see these order entries. I have one to sell and add. I have one to buy and get me out. All right, this candle's about to close. 1 second left. I'm going to let it pop for a second here, like 244.20s, and then I'm going to add short. There's 244 attempt. I could just be adding right here, but it wouldn't improve my average. So there's no point for me to add there. I'm looking for a slight tweak back and then shorting off of it. All right, now I'm putting my order out there just so if it bounces, it can come and fill me. Now I'm looking for Tesla to come right back below VWAP. VWAP is 243.57 and then a breakdown of 243s. So maybe come and pop fill me, and then I can use right above it to start risking.
Yeah, you're right on PLTR. That's ripping. IONQ ripping too. I wasn't in or looking at either of those.
Can you please peep at ASC? All right, let's take a look at ASC. I don't know that one, but I can take a look at it.
Super low volume.
Yeah, definitely a lower volume name. Let me go to like more of a daily chart and just take like more of a weekly even approach, because I see this a little bit slower. So this is the chart to look at for me on ASC, the weekly. Look, doesn't this look clean now? Like this is the kind of stuff that I would be looking for, right? So then now I at least can see, okay, 12s was acting as a lot of support here. The prior support was 13. So you're in that kind of battle zone right now between the bulls and the bears, trying to bring this back here towards like 1460s and 15s. On the trend line here, back towards this level is what it seems like it's trying to get towards. Now, the only question is, can it get towards those levels, right? And so it seems like the battle area is between like 1150s and 13. And now I'm looking like it wants to come back here towards testing 14. And then if it tests 14, it really needs to get back here towards the next level, 1550, And that's when it could really start attempting to go to 19s. Doesn't look too bad. Definitely looks like it's recovering. And it looks around the 1250. There's been maybe some recent buyers. So at least just from the chart, like always, this is a lower volume name, so you got to be careful. We'll see what happens on ASC. All right, Tesla's starting to get it deep into my favor now. I can look for pullbacks that kind of add short on this. So I'm looking for moves back closer towards my entry to add short. And I can look around kind of that 244 level. I can look at 230, 239, 243.90s to add. It's already going in my favor, so I'm not going to be mad about it. And I could also look to maybe get short Walmart again. So now I'm looking for Walmart to reject this 162.13 again, and then I can get shorted. Why not hit it again? Hit it again. Hit it again.
That BHVN that you guys are talking about, a move back down to the VWAP might be a decent entry there. That might be something. We'll see. Yeah, Smoke Tuna, I'm going to be joining you pretty soon here. I'm going to be out of Pixie pretty soon here too. Just out of boredom at this point. Just not going to carry this. Mega boring.
Tesla in my favor there. Going to start looking to the Qs to see if that can come right back down, or will it catch a lift here? That's an important outlook. Bulls and the bears are paying attention, but I think I see Apple going lower, and that tells me that I might want to get short again. I'm looking for 162 here on Walmart to get short it. There it is for a chance here. I just got short a little bit there. Back in short on Walmart.
Femi, you guys are talking about Femi. Femi volume is pathetic. I mean, it's at a decent spot. I mean, it's 2 cents under the VWAP here, but the volume is pathetic. I don't know. I don't know about Femi. Got the same problem with Pixie.
Rejection here of 162.13. Upside push on Walmart. I'll add again through 162. There's the rejection.
Yeah, Cleo's playing with his toy. He's not singing, but he's having a grand old time over there. Being a good little bird.
All right, nice rejection there of the 162.10 spot. 161.98's now showing up for me. Now's my shot to either go in here or not. I'm going to take it. Boom. Let's go, Walmart. Let's see what I can do. 161.97s. Don't want to pass that high now. So I could even set my stop there, but I'm just going to have it mentally at 162.15s. So that's my risk here on Walmart. Tesla's in my green. So instead of adding there, I'm going to actually now make sure that I don't get a stop out on this and lose a decent amount, right? So what I can do here is I can put it up there towards like 244.40s, which is only a $3 risk here, and just look for Tesla to flush. Look at that. Nice down hit there in Tesla. I'm looking for just a flush. I'm probably not going to be taking profits on this right now because I can treat this like a swing trade because I have such a smaller size position. So that's a breakdown of 242s. Maybe getting like to the 240 area today. If it could get to the 240 area, 238s, that'd probably be an area that I could maybe look for some profits. That's what, $4 down? Nice $40 on Tesla. I'll take it.
Real quick, good question here from Wisdom. Question to Ryan and Mitch. Do you hold longs with good dividends at all? I never hear a lot about it. Yeah, I do. You don't hear a lot about it because that is investing. That is long-term stuff that just because they're stocks, I'm not trading those. I'm not actively in and out of those. Apple's one of them. Verizon is another. The other thing is that there are a lot of people in our community that also hold dividend stocks. 13 here in the chat is an excellent dividend player. He holds more than I do. Not to talk about you without your permission, 13, but you've often offered a lot of insight and trading ideas on dividend plays, as well as updating us on how you manage your portfolio with your own. So there definitely are. I would say you can always ask. Generally speaking, with what we're trying to do here, we're talking about trades and in and out things, and dividends are not something that we're necessarily going to scalp or be in and out of or anything like that. But that was a really good question. And I advise that, I guess I technically shouldn't say that I advise anything, but I do think that anyone that's involved in the market for your own personal finance, having a long-term portfolio and a short-term portfolio is probably a good idea. If you don't have a lot of funds and you have a financial advisor managing a portfolio, that's fine too. I think that's a really great idea. So a lot of good stuff you can do. Femi did pop over VWAP. Here goes. Good call there. 13.
All right, guys. Like always, you guys can check out Trade the Pool. I'm pinning up a chat message here so you guys can click on that Trade the Pool referral. Like always, you guys can put that down also so you guys don't have to see it so much. But yeah, like always, check it out, guys. You guys see me doing it right here, getting after Tesla. And one thing that you see me doing more and more of is taking more and more trades, but staying small. That's what's helping me get after this prop account.
Yeah, and I probably should have followed along with that, Mitch. I probably should have done that as well. Pixie, oh my God, Pixie's moving. Oh my God. Pixie's Can we take out 140? I just let me just go like a couple of cents higher and just let me out of this thing. Because I know what's going to happen is it's going to go up to the
give me the window. I'm ready to get out.
No, look, dude, this is what's going to happen. I'll call it right now. I'll call it before it happens. This thing's going to trade up to 116, 117, right by the VWAP. I'm frustrated already. I'm going to close the trade for peanuts gain. Not even long. I'm up 925 right now after fees. 925. I'm going to close it for peanuts, and then 5 minutes later, it's going to absolutely blast off, and I'm going to be sitting here wondering where did it all go wrong, saying to myself, mistakes were made, and I don't, That's how it goes sometimes.
One. SPY coming down here.
Okay,
will it crack down?
Jay, Jay, here's what I got to know. You out here, great trade, great ideas, doing all this great stuff for our community, and then you come in here at the end with your salt shaker, and you're just, hey Ryan, I'm gonna take this wound, and I'm just gonna unscrew the cap off the salt shaker. I'm gonna dump this shit right in your wound. Yes, of course I saw that Cubs Brave game, yeah, and yes, Seiya Suzuki drops a lazy can of corn fly ball to lose the game too. Right? I mean, come on, man, why you gotta do this to me, Jay? I'm not actually mad.
EA Sports.
It's only a game.
It's only a game. Don't get mad, man.
Dude,
it's only a game.
It was late. It was fair. I don't want to say it was late, but it was later at night.
EA Sports.
And I yelled. I was so angry. I yelled.
All right, Q's coming right back down. Tesla is just hanging in here in the 243s. I'm gonna look for that to come right back down here. Let's see if the SPY can break the lows. 426 new lows is what I'm looking at here, and then also going to start looking to see if JPM can start rejecting now. Financial services are in the red. KRE making a triple top here around the 4120s. Will it start to now break down or go up? I think that's a very good outlook to kind of keep an eye out on the market, because now they're starting to talk about the banks. So keep your eyes out there, guys. Basic materials starting to come down. Technology doesn't look as strong. Industrials are looking a little bit better. And that could be because of searching for like low PEs, like was mentioned earlier. That could definitely be happening in industrials today. Boeing back down towards those levels that I was looking to get in. So I do have my opportunity to get in Boeing now if I wanted. I'm going to stay on the sideline and get after more Walmart here. If my stop gets triggered here, I'll actually add to the position. It's a stop for a short to add 25 shares. There you guys see it, me adding another 25 shares there on Walmart, looking for a bigger win now on Walmart, and got to be smart on the risk, understand where I'm risking, right? So I'm risking only about 20 bucks here. I've already made 22 bucks on Walmart. So what am I doing? I'm playing with the house's money here. Let's see if I can win some money today in Walmart. Let's see. Is it a
sell
type of day?
You have a Kramer sell drop on there. Wow.
You got it, Ryan. We'll see what happens today, guys. It's going to be definitely a battle type of day. There's Walmart now going lower. Tesla coming back here close to my entry. Still a little bit ways I could add here, but I'm going to leave off of that ad on
Guys,
Tesla.
Pixie, are you going finally? Are you doing something? Can we?
Pixie.
All right, we're right at this VWAP. Let's break it, please, so that I can just close this boring trade. VWAP at 117. We're going there. We're going to test it. Got to clear out 116 here. We could. They just kept refreshing 116.
SPY going lower here. Will Costco turn around? It's made a couple of highs up here. Looking around, team. What are you guys seeing out there? Ollie's trying to VWAP bounce. Will he get faded today? Celsius with a little bit of a VWAP bounce. That's a kind of smaller name with lower PE. Target in the green. Walmart, show them what's up. All right, we'll see if Walmart can come back down to 161 today. That would be the extreme win on the day. We'll see if we can get it. That's what I'm going after, team. It's only one way. Sometimes you got to get after it. Technology with a little bit of a bounce. Basic materials starting to finally bounce. Coal's just staying hot, guys. So we'll see what happens on coal. AMR, big push. BTU, right back to the highs. CEIX, one of the strongest names in coal, having a hell of a day. CEIX, that's pushing strong. So definitely these coals names are pushing strong now.
Lynn saying, not impressed with Ollie's. Too much crap you don't need. Never been there, but that's interesting to hear. I've never actually been there myself.
Yeah, I mean it's a little bit of a mess when you're there, but hey, you might find some good deals.
13. Every time Pixie trades up to this level, they just slam it with more stock to sell. And that's, I think this is what Crow was talking about earlier with just shorts having more ammunition for this. It's just been boring. Now, we did get a little bit of like what looked like the volume was going to expand there, but it doesn't really stay up there. It doesn't really stay at expanded levels, I should say.
Looking for weak stocks here. PayPal's weak. PayPal definitely taking another beating there. Zoom taking a beating. Walgreens taking a beating. Starbucks down pretty good. Apple's still pretty weak there. Lulu going to the downside. That's one that I'm thinking about on a swing trade to the downside here through the 380s. Will I take the shot today? The only problem with Lulu is the spread. It's so hard to go after it. That spread is just wide. It's like 60 cents, sometimes a dollar wide. That's why I haven't been short Lulu, but definitely
that's why I look at contracts for that.
I like that outlook. I like that outlook, Ryan. So you know you're way better than me in option games. So I'd kick it to you, my friend. At least for me, I can at least say that because I suck at options.
The October contract, the 370 put maybe got a 675 ask. There's some pretty decent open interest, so you should be able to trade it if it moves, but and nothing really even great there.
All right, guys, looking
on a premium.
Looking at a trade here of ANF short here. I just want to see a little bounce into the 54.23s, but I think it's going to flush maybe through the 54s. So I have to just consider the options here, right? I'm going to try to come after this in like 50 shares. Maybe take a little bit here and then add to it. Yeah, I'm going to go a little bit short there of ANF. Look for a little bounce and add.
Sorry, Jay, I must have missed this. I have no idea what you're referring to here.
Short ANF. Coal. That's KOL.
KOL. Anyone remember the symbol this used to be? I think they dissolved at the absolute bottom.
Yeah, there's no coal ETFs. I've already looked for it.
This was the old coal ETF. KOL. Okay, yeah. Sorry, Jay. I didn't know any of that.
HCC is one of the best. GAN up today. Well, DKNG doing pretty well, right? So I got short a little bit of ANF there. Tesla going, ooh, look at that. Who was talking Tesla short? Let's get after it.
SPY's
before
dropping.
The
market coming in here. Q, SPY,
boom,
futures. You guys, Jason, are you guys watching SPY? Now you're just trolling. I mean, we watch SPY all day, every day.
You know how it goes, my friend. Looking for a 54.22 ad and maybe like a 54.15 ad here for ANF short. But if I don't get the ads, I'm okay with it. The trade's going in my favor, right? We'll see what happens there. Tesla now almost up $20 on 10 shares. I didn't get my ads on Tesla today, but I would normally get like 30, right? But hey, it is what it is, right? I can't stress about that. Times that by 3 and we're like looking at like 45 up right now, which would be a lot better, right? But hey, it is what it is. We'll see what happens here. Just going to look for a kind of swing trade on Tesla today. Looking for a bigger move down towards like 241, 240.
Pixie, some buying happening here. I almost can't even believe it. I tell you what, if this, I'm like waiting. I'm like waiting to see what happens at 117 here. And it's like it gets up there and then it just gets rejected. And I just want to close this and be done with it.
SPY with a takedown move, man.
Yeah, big
it's
takedown
still going,
move.
man. So this looks good for me. I could add to Walmart short here because I'm still pretty close to my entry. But I'm just going to look to see that the SPY just continues because that's telling me, that's giving me conviction here. Instead of adding to the positions, I'm just going to look to start taking gains as we keep coming down. So look at the SPY here. Look at that move. That was pretty
Pixie
tough.
through VWAP. Pixie through VWAP. Guys, I can't even believe what I'm saying right now. Pixie's through the VWAP. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Are we going to go up 1 more cent here? Oh my gosh. Something's happening here in Pixie. Are
you going to take it and run?
Yes. God, this trade sucks. There's not even a lot there. I'm out though.
Hey,
at least we got green on it. At least we got green on it. I mean, it was not a good trade.
Cushion.
1450. Yeah, but I lost 35 on the CRDF trade. I was down $26 today. So
hey, that's okay, man. You can't tell the stocks where to go. They tell them.
No, I know. It was a boring trade. It was literally making me yawn over here. I mean, come on.
Dude, everything just got whacked there. What happened? Was that some news they went in there?
Let me see.
Everything got whacked there at 10:45. That was a pretty big hit there. And it was everything. Industrials, everything.
Yeah, I don't see. Just probably a sell program, right?
Yeah, that was pretty significant there.
Yeah, I really wish we could turn those alerts off. Gil said they were on it though.
Yeah, you know how it is, man.
Yep. Oh, I know. Oh, believe me, I know how it is.
You know exactly how it is. I know Ryan knows exactly how it goes. All right, guys, getting some more shares filled there for ANF. I'm going to raise my ad a little bit higher, my last ad towards 54.25. I have about 75 shares now. Walmart going into green here for me, about $10. Let's start seeing if it really start getting down below VWAP. Don't want it to VWAP bounce. VWAP is around 161.75. I want to see a flush down towards like 161.50. That's going to make me feel very confident in that position. Tesla now up more than 20 and making another leg lower. We're into 241.80s. Can we get to the 241 or maybe even 240 for the day on Tesla? We'll find out. All right, now going towards a deeper time frame on Tesla to figure out profit take here. 240s. We had a spike down 925, lower than that 240s. So I will take the 240s. That'll be like close to $40 with the 10 shares. If I can just get that, I'll take it. I mean, can I really be upset about that?
No, I mean, you have 10 shares of the stock. No, you can't be upset about that.
Yeah, and so
Thank
some
you,
people
Bex.
get upset about that. There's no need. Green is green, baby. ANF, will this turn around on me? I'm shorting something that's hot right now, and that's ANF. So that's where I think my higher risk is on the day. Something that's above VWAP, right? Here's Walmart testing the VWAP, which is 176, 175 range. Now it's going to be important. Does it VWAP bounce here, or does it just flush down? Flush down is what I'm looking for. You see how quick sweep up there was what I just saw. I'm just looking to see if I can get a flush down move. So bigger bar expansion. Sometimes you're looking for an expansion bar. Something big showing me that it wants to flush. Kind of like what we got here. So this bar down kind of thing. That's what I'm looking for. Tesla. Will we go lower here in Tesla? It's testing the 242 reversal there. Walmart's testing that 176. Can I just get the down action here? We'll find out.
Checking Twitter streets for something.
The streets. You check those streets, my friend. SLNO now down to $22 today. So that one went above my risk about 17 cents. So my $1 risk area for SLNO wouldn't have worked today. And so I think about that and I'm like, okay, so maybe I need to start giving myself on a mover like this, maybe $1.50, $2 range, right? Things that like this is what I got to be thinking about.
Activision Blizzard selling off here. News note here, the FTC will continue to challenging Microsoft Activision deal in-house. FTC to continue challenging the Microsoft ATVI deal. ATVI selling off here. Not really down all that much, but a nice little spike down.
All right, like always, guys, you guys can be trading these trades right now and getting short some of the names with Trade the Pool, right? I think one of the best things about this is that you don't got to be worrying about the borrowing and things like that. That could definitely give you an advantage. Here's Walmart now down to 161.66. That's looking good there for me. ANF starting to test here. Could fill in my ad here. As a matter of fact, since I have two trades in the green, I'm not going to get that third fill there, and I'm going to understand where my risk is completely with this ANF trade, which is just going to be $24. $24 to the upside would get me out. Downside, I'm looking for a big takedown, back down to about $70. So we're looking at like 25 to 71 for the gains. I will take that risk to return. That's what it's all about. Processed approach. There's no point for me to add because I have two trades deep into the green. I'm looking to get profits now. Let's do this thing, bad. Let's get some Walmart profits. Walmart trying to pay me. Walmart's on sale today. It said roll back, baby. Roll back.
Look at Pixie. All I had to do was sell the stupid stock. That's all I had to do.
That's all you had to do, and then you go.
All I had to do, dude, and it just kept. So I mean, I think I sold at 117, which was right at the VWAP. Now we got a bid under the VWAP. Looking like we're going to try 120 here. Let's just hit reset. Let's just hit reset. So right. Just the market, man, it just loves to mess with your brain.
Sometimes, man, sometimes. Like Tesla right now, I'm thinking about taking some gains here. It's trying to come back down, but back above the 242.60s, it could start making a move back up. Looking for a rejection above that level.
That's true, Jan. I did call it. To be fair, I did say, hey, as soon as I sell this, it'll start going up, right? And that's pretty much what happened. Yeah, hey, first move was down, but it resolved higher. That's why mental capital is so important. Jan, you're absolutely right there. I'm not even mad though. I mean, I'm upset that today was. I mean, I'm not even upset. I'm disappointed that today was slow. It didn't really have a lot going on. But I didn't get out of that with a loss or anything. So it is what it is. All right, Mitch, I'm out of here. It's 11. I got to get rolling.
What a day, man. What a day. That's all I can say,
we'll
guys.
Be back tomorrow.
All right, guys. Ryan hopping out of here, and can't blame him because I'm hopping out also, guys. I'm bringing him back. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. Like always, you guys can check out more from Trade the Pool, of course. Get up to 260,000 in buying power. How does this work? It's packages. I know I saw the question there in the chat about options. No options. This is for equity trading, right? More than 12,000 stocks and ETFs. You got penny stocks that you guys can be trading. I'm going to keep going after my trades. You guys can keep up with all my action, guys. Like always, hit the like button, smash it up before we get out of here. We'll keep battling in the markets. You guys battle with me. Catch me, of course, where? Catch me on Start Swing Trade later today, 3:30 p.m. Eastern, if you want to find out all about these trades and what happened in the market. Like always, hit the like, guys. We're always here to support you guys. You guys can support us by just hitting the subscribe button down below, that like and the bell, so you get notified the moment we go live. Let's go ahead. Let's bring you guys over to the next stream. We'll see what we get for the rest of the day. Like always, you guys can also check out the Cannabis stream. We've already started, but you have to join the event to go ahead and see it, right? Well, check it out, guys. I'll give you guys that link. We'll see you guys. Like always, hit the like button. Keep battling out there, traders. It's never just one way. And looking to trade the pool. It might be a way that you can find success.